Simon, the first thing, and I suppose the most noticeable thing, is changes to the winner's enclosure. It's a bit bigger. Talk us through it.
Well, we continue to look for improvements to the experience here for everybody, whether it's our customers or the professionals, and just having made some big strides forward in relation to numbers of people within the parade ring in the last couple of years, particularly at the festival, and the way in which we control access. A further look this year was just showing to us that whilst the parade ring area itself, the bulk of the parade ring, is looking okay in terms of numbers of people in it, it was the winner's enclosure that was getting really rather overcrowded after each race, and particularly when you've got syndicate ownership and a lot of people involved in owning a horse. And of course, you know, that may well be the climax of their ownership experience is getting into the winner's enclosure at Cheltenham. So we decided that we needed to make the winner's enclosure bigger. That doesn't actually jeopardise the amount of space that we have in the rest of the parade ring, because there were two bits of ground just as you enter the winner's enclosure that, funnily enough, people didn't used to utilise at all. So we've made it considerably bigger, and in the process of doing that, we have rebuilt the winner's podium with something that is much more likely to be able to accommodate the sort of numbers that syndicates will bring with them, so that they can have that experience of being up there. And it's in keeping with the rest of the work that's gone on around the site, with the Princess Royal stand and the raised walkway and the refurbishment to the weighing room that was done 2 years ago. We've now got a building that sits there in keeping with the others around it.
So it's not just you're expecting Paul Nicholls or Nicky Henderson or John Joe O'Neill to do a Michael Dickinson and have the first 5 in the Gold Cup then?
That would be some achievement, wouldn't it? And I can't ever see that happening again. But it's certainly going to be a more comfortable experience for everybody with more space.
And what feedback have you had so far? Because start of the season, people do like to come and have a look.
Those who have seen it think it looks fantastic, and we've actually replaced the division between the winners and the rest of the parade ring. Used to be some white rails with some mesh there, and we've just softened the way the whole thing looks by using a nice bit of hedge through there, some Portuguese laurel, and I think the effect is really quite stunning. And as I say, those people who've seen it have been really impressed.